In today's video, traders, I'm going to talk a little bit about my own Forex trading journey and maybe give you some tips or some tricks or things that I've learned along the way that might help you out if you're looking to become a consistently profitable Forex trader. I have news for you, and it might be kind of something that you already know, but trading Forex is very, very difficult. Whether you're a new trader just starting to trade money or you're an experienced trader, you'll know this to be true. It is not easy to make any money in the currency market, and anybody who tells you that it's easy is definitely not an experienced trader. Almost every successful trader that I know will tell you something pretty similar. It's about managing a risk, and it's about mastering your own psychology in order to become consistently profitable. So in my own journey, I went from being a terrible trader with no risk management, no psychological discipline, to being a consistently profitable trader, and I manage my emotions pretty decently. Now, of course, as humans, we always have emotion, and it's going to be difficult at times to control them, but there are things that I've learned along the way that might help you out by me telling you kind of just my own experience so that you can see some of the things that went into kind of shaping me from being a terrible trader to being someone who is actually consistent. And I will tell you that I am by no means some sort of guru that just prints money out of the market all the time. Trading consistently is actually very different than that. To me, trading consistently means building a plan, sticking to that plan, and making slow and steady gains over time, rather than fast, kind of all of a sudden money that a lot of social media traders or gurus will try and show you. Building consistency in my own trading was incredibly difficult, and every single dollar that I've made has been a fight. It's not been an easy kind of downhill slope. It's been an uphill battle from the start until now, and it continues to be a difficult thing. Trading never really gets easy. A lot of times people think that because they see those social media people that are sitting on the beach, kind of just playing on their laptop. The reality is that trading is never easy, and that drawdown and emotions are always there, but that a successful trader knows how to manage their emotions and to stick to a plan properly, even though it can still be difficult at times, and that drawdown is still going to come no matter how good at trading or good at technical analysis that you get. What I found in my own journey is that technical analysis and studying the charts was actually the least difficult component of becoming consistent. The psychology behind trading, you've probably heard it all over the place. Trading psychology definitely was the biggest thing holding me back as a new trader. Greed and fear trip up a lot of traders, especially me when I was a newer trader. I couldn't help but feel greedy when I was winning and scared when I was not winning, right? So I'd have a hard time putting on trades. I'd have a hard time kind of taking winners in streaks. And now over time and over the years that I've been trading, I've started to learn some tips that can really help me out, and I'll share them with you guys here. If you feel greed or you feel fear, the best thing that works for me is to step away from the charts and to take a walk. And recently in my trading, I've been talking about the fact that I've had some really, really good winners, and I've actually been on a really good win streak, which as a successful trader, that's always a good thing, right? But the other component of that is understanding that the realistic side of trading is that winners come and winners go, and it's not about winning every single day, it's about winning in the long term. And so when I have a series of winners, one tip that works for me is instead of kind of continuing to use high positions or kind of get bigger positions, for me, psychologically, it's important to reduce my trade size and to expect a loser to come, right? Never too good to be true is kind of the thing I stick to when it comes to the markets. Anybody who tells you that trading is easy or it seems too good to be true, it almost certainly is in the world of currency trading or stock trading or any trading for that matter. Learning to control my emotions was 110% important in becoming consistent. If you can't stick to a plan because of greed and because of fear, how are you ever supposed to be consistent in the markets? Another major thing that made a huge difference for me in my own trading journey is learning to master risk management. The question that a lot of people ask is, how much money can I make from Forex trading? But the reality is that this is kind of a faulty question from the beginning. And I'm not saying that to kind of dock you if that's your question, because that was a question that I had. How much money can I make from Forex trading? But the reality is that successful traders actually take the opposite approach. Whenever a successful trader takes a trade, what they ask themselves is not how much money can I make, but what am I going to do if I'm wrong? right? Risk management or controlling your losses is far more important than actually your winners, right? Because a lot of people can psychologically, it's pretty easy to take a winner, right? It feels good, but psychologically it can be very difficult to deal with losing positions, especially when they happen over and over again and you start to feel kind of fatigued and you feel like you should give up and that sort of thing. Those things are really what kills trading performance and can really make people give up. Learning to ask yourself, what am I going to do when I'm wrong, comes down to one simple word that the market has absolutely taught me and something that I'm still working on and learning today, which is the word humility. Humble traders are the best traders because they know that they're not always going to be right, and that accepting this as a business rather than just a casino or a gambling kind of game is going to end out better in the future, right? Asking yourself, what am I going to do when I'm wrong, and dealing with those trades that don't go your way is far more important and very, very key to consistent long-term growth in the currency market. A lot of times newer traders, when they're first getting into the Forex market, they come to it and they're very, very excited, and naturally it's okay because currency market trading is very exciting, and I am still, to this day, kind of in love with trading currencies. It's something that I really, really enjoy. But there is a fine line between gambling and having way too much fun in the currency market and taking it seriously. In fact, one thing that I noticed in my own trading is that I started to get bored right around the same time that I became a consistently profitable trader. And what that means to me is that building consistency is not always designed to be super, super fun or exciting. In fact, I still enjoy trading, but a lot of the trading that I do is very mundane. It's very simple and it's very consistent. I do the same thing over and over again. And naturally, if you're getting bored in your trading or you feel yourself kind of not super excited anymore, that might actually be a good thing. It was in my case. Once I started to feel that kind of boredom of doing the same thing over and over, what I noticed is that my performance was slowly doing better and better, and that building that consistency was naturally causing my trading to be a bit more boring. So boring is actually a good thing. The next major lesson that the currency market has taught me is the concept of patience. Patience pays is the saying that we say all the time in the VIP team that I offer. Inside of the group, we're always discussing, and one thing that we love to say inside is patience pays. And the reasoning behind this is a lot of times the markets are going to do what they're going to do. We don't have control over what the market ends up doing. All we have is estimated and probability-based decisions. We don't have any certainty in what's going to happen in the market. So with that, patience is a weapon of kind of really, really importance to a trader. You have to be able to hold on to positions and kind of deal with winners in the correct way, as well as deal with losers in the correct way. And if you deal with the long list of losers, it's going to require patience in order to stay consistent and to stay kind of sticking to the plan over time. The old saying, plan your trade and trade your plan. You've probably heard it. I've read it 100 times when I was becoming a consistently profitable trader. It took me hearing this over and over to actually start understanding this. It doesn't matter how good your technical analysis, it doesn't matter how good your plan is, how good your risk management is, or your psychological discipline. It doesn't matter if you can't stick to the plan. When you're going through learning to become a consistently profitable trader, it's very important that you spend the hours and the time backtesting the charts and actually sticking to that plan. When I was learning to trade, I became consistent after about 2 years of studying every single day for a few hours, testing the markets, going back in the charts, backtesting, looking through data, pouring through the numbers, and testing concepts that I had, right? If you have a concept of a double bottom, right? If you're going to study and test that trade concept that you have with many, many kind of repetitions, studying that trade setup again and again and building consistency off of that, tweaking things to figure out what works, and building off of that is key. Another thing that I did not understand when I was a newer trader is that a consistently profitable trader is not necessarily some millionaire with a Lamborghini. Consistently profitable traders are just normal human beings that have mastered their own trading psychology and by trade are risk managers for a living. Stop thinking of yourself as a trader and almost think of yourself primarily as a risk manager. For me, this concept was huge because risk management is key to every successful trader. Forex trading has been absolutely life-changing for me, as well as a couple of the other people in my VIP team that I've communicated with for a while now. It's allowed many people, including myself, to quit my 9-to-5 job and to take kind of back control of my time and of my life. I've also started a business because of Forex trading and learning so much about myself. It's allowed me to take the same concepts and to apply them to other parts of my life, including my business, my relationships, and all other parts of my life. It's really been a journey more so than just a trading journey, right? It's almost been a mental journey, learning about myself more than anything else. The markets are going to do what the markets are going to do. It really comes down to what you and I do with our own decision-making process and how we handle our psychology. Of course, the financial freedom of trading is amazing, and I do think that it's entirely possible to become a full-time trader purely based off of your own studies and building, kind of researching the markets over time. However, I will say that in my own journey, I'm not a solely kind of trader for a living. In fact, I have multiple sources of income, and I kind of encourage this to a lot of people. Trading is naturally going to go up and down in returns. No trader is going to always be winning at every single point, right? Because that's just not how the markets go. So a successful trader, in my opinion, is you can do it solely, you can trade solely for a living, but for me, successful trading means combining it with other sources of income. I also have a social media marketing consulting business, and I do some programming work as well as the VIP service that I offer to traders. So it's combined with my other sources of income to make it so that I can trade for a primary living, right? And all of these things have made it possible for me to be trading as part of my living. I hope you guys got something out of this video. This has just been a flashback through my own trading journey. Hopefully you got some tips that you can apply in your own trading and learn something. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I've got plenty of stuff here for free for traders. You don't have to pay a dime, and you can check out the playlist section where I've got a couple different courses there for free.